Hello there and welcome to Toolbox Tuesday, where I share tools, tips, tricks, resources that help me on my oily journey, and maybe they'll help you too. And today I am talking to you about oil keys. So you may have heard of oil keys and wondered what they are. So basically this is an oil key, and doTERRA sell them. You can buy them through Aroma Tools, Oils for Life Australia. I'll pop some links in the description of the video. And their job is to help you open up your oil bottles and your rollers and things without making a god-awful mess everywhere. So, to show you how they work, basically when you look at your oil key, you'll see it's got, mine's a bit grubby because it gets a lot of use. You'll see that it's got a little ridge there that you can use to just pop under the little plastic bit there of the bottle. So I'll try and do this so that you can see. Pop that under there. You kind of feel it click into place, and then they just lift out easily. So no more using a knife or a credit card or your nails or your teeth maybe, and then to pop it back in. Always sit it on a hard surface. Don't try and do this in the air, it can be disastrous. And then you just press down on top of it and it clicks shut. So it's that easy. And for the roller bottles, there's the doTERRA ones, which have got these, my hands are all oily now. They've got that little clear bit of plastic just there under the actual roller ball, and that's, you want to get the key underneath that. And for the ones that you kind of order online, they are mostly like this. And again, you just want to get it at the very bottom of the plastic bit there. So let's see if I can do this without making a mess. It's kind of a hard angle to be doing it at. There we go. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but that's just lifting that up. So what that means, when you're putting these back in, sorry, just a little segue, when you're putting these back in, you don't want to be putting a whole lot of pressure on the top of that roller ball and pressing down, because that can sometimes damage the bit around the edge of the roller ball, and you'll end up with leaking roller bottles and stuff, which is just horrible to deal with in your handbag. But it does smell nice. Does smell nice, it's just a waste of oils. So again, you sit it on a hard surface, and then you see this round bit. What you do with that is you actually just place that over the top, and because there's a lip on that, it sits on top of that lip, and when you press down, it just clicks back into place. And there you go. So why would you want to bother with taking them off and on? You can reuse, obviously if you're filling your own roller bottles, there's a good reason there, but it means that you can reuse your doTERRA bottles, because for example with the roller bottles, the ones that are labelled touch, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, but the ones that are labelled touch are actually already pre-diluted, so you don't need to worry about diluting those. But the other ones that aren't labelled touch, so things like your Claricalm, In Tune, your past tense, they all come as pure oils. So I always dilute before I apply oils to my skin. So with those ones, when I get a new roller bottle, when I've run out and I order a new one, I actually split them out across 3 roller bottles and top them up with fractionated coconut oil, and they just last that much longer. Like there's no reason not to do that. They're not going to be less effective or anything like that, so you may as well do it and get more out of them. And with your 5 and 15 ml bottles, I'll have a 15 here. You can reuse these as either to mix your own blends up in, and if you're mixing your own blends up just to go in the diffuser, then it's fine just to keep the dropper cap in there. But if you're mixing them up, say you want to use them as a roller bottle, you can actually buy just the little roller bottle tops to go in the top of those 5 and 15 ml bottles, and then you've got your own roller bottles. Awesome. So you don't actually even need to buy any, just reuse your old bottles. And you can also get these cool little droppers. So that's a 15 ml bottle one. sits in the top there, and you can get little tiny short ones to go in your 5ml bottles. And I'll tell you what, if you are somebody who struggles with the patience of waiting for vetiver to come out of the bottle, that's your lifesaver right there. You can also, with your coconut oil, so when you are trying to get your coconut oil out of the bottle and into your roller bottles or your 5 or 15ml bottles, it's got that tiny little hole in there, so it kind of just drips out. And if you've, I don't know if you've ever tried to do this, but if you try and give it a squeeze, you can end up with oil everywhere. So a couple of solutions for that. Again, this top bit just pops out, and then you can actually buy a little pump to go in there, and then you can just pump away when you're wanting to use that oil, or you can use a pipette. So this is what I use most often when I'm doing roller bottles and stuff up, is pop that out and then just pop that in, squeeze up how much you're wanting to use and pop it straight into the bottle. No spillage, no mess, so much easier. The other thing that you can do is if you carry around your On Guard, or you carry around the Terra Armour, which comes in these 30ml bottles as well, the insect repellent, you can, for these little 5 and 15ml bottles, you can actually even get spray tops for these. So you can, rather than having to carry around the big bottle, you can actually just take a little bit with you wherever you're going. Just saves a bit of room in your handbag. And I think that's it. But yeah, definitely never throw away your bottles. Hang on to them. You may need to wash them out sometimes, but if you're, if I quite often will just use a bottle that's got something that I'm blending to go in there anyway. Your labels come off really easily, and don't forget, you know, when you're left with that sticky residue around the bottle, pop a couple of drops of your lemon oil on there, just rub it in and wipe it off with a handy towel, or you can even rinse them under a bit of soapy water, and that will just come straight off. So another hot tip for you. And that's it. Few tools talked about today. Hope that you find them useful. Have an amazing day.